Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, INFOTRAK has decided to add salt to William Ruto's wound. And why am I saying this? There is this story that is trending about Ruto's 1% support. In a nutshell, what this story is telling us that only 1% of Kenyans trust President William Ruto. That is according to INFOTRAK's statistics. So the big question here is, will the handlers of William Ruto trust this analysis, or rather these statistics that has been shared, or will they play the usual politics of saying that those are sponsored polls? I want us to go extensively into these statistics released by INFOTRAK, because they also release a statistics on IEBC, and that most Kenyans believe that William Ruto will, steal votes. That is a mindset that is being peddled through INFOTRAK's post. Before we further this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to kindly request all of you good viewers to like this video. So important, because that is the only way you support the work of our channel. And also, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, because that is the only way you make this channel grow. Thanks so much for that response.
The frustrating thing about this government is the culture of lies. There is nothing that this government promises that has ever happened. Number two, we are very much uncomfortable with the lies of what they call affordable housing. We wonder, they are affordable to who? Because the contributors of the same cannot afford to buy the same.
We all know right now that William Ruto is going through a lot of pressure. The kind of pressure that has forced him to go back to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and apologize. It's not common to see a sitting president apologize to someone, like a former president, and especially the person of the caliber of William Ruto. It was not expected that he was going to make that move. And in fact, Ruto went to Ishaweri. The expectation would have been Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta visiting Ruto in State House, but that was not the case. A pressure that has forced William Ruto to go back to Raila Amolo Odinga, support him fully and financially, so that Raila can clinch that seat of AUC chairmanship position. That kind of pressure. INFOTRAK is telling Kenyans, or rather revealing to Kenyans, that based on their tally, only 1% supports William Ruto. And they supported that point by saying it's because of the growing distrust attributed to the unfulfilled promises made by the current administration. But this is where now I agree with Francis Atwoli, who back then during the days of Azimio campaigns said that the things that William Ruto is saying as promises, making as promises, are the same things that will bring him down. Right now, these statistics that have been released from INFOTRAK is unlike the previous statistics that we've always seen, where majority of Kenyans supported William Ruto. Ruto received more than 50% of the votes. And all the time tallies were being released, Ruto always polled at around 49-50%. And then people like Itumbi would come out and say that that is not the true position. Of course, back then people would say that INFOTRAK was being financed by Azimio people to give Ruto a polling ambayo haifiki 50+1. The expectation of the people in Kenya Kwanza was that Ruto was supposed to poll above 49%, 50%, because during the votes which were tallied by Chebukati, Ruto received 50, +1% in terms of the vote tallied. Now, let's get back to the INFOTRAK again. If you go back to the statement, the survey, it said they surveyed 2,400 respondents across all 47 counties. And the result was that a tiny fraction of Kenyans trusted the current executive. And A mere 1% of those surveyed expressed full trust in President Ruto and his cabinet. An additional 28% reported moderate trust, while 29% had little confidence in the government. The majority, that is 37%, stated they had no trust at all in the president, deputy president, or cabinet. The survey's findings suggested a deep disillusionment with the country's leadership. So you see, these numbers, and that's why Itumbi, I don't know whether Itumbi is going to agree with these numbers, because he keep on saying that numbers don't lie. Now, these numbers have polled William Ruto negatively. They have already exposed William Ruto. But you see, all these are because of the manifesto. The manifesto which they branded the plan. And honestly speaking, majority of Kenyans, fell for the plan manifesto. They liked the things which were contained in that document. But the reality of the matter, ladies and gentlemen, is that the moment Kenya Kwanza took over, manifesto iliwekwa chini ya carpet, and they could have had another manifesto which Kenyans were not aware of. And that's why there's a particular time, I agree with this citizen from Kalenjin, who was pleading with anyone who could have taken William Ruto manifesto to give him back. Because why was he saying so? He was saying so because he realized that the things which were being implemented were totally different from the manifesto which was communicated during the launch of UDA's manifesto. The one that was read there was totally different from what was happening on the ground. But again, I think I agree with William Ruto, because there's a time during an interview, he said that the first thing that you do, you must first of all, if probably you want to win a lady, you cannot tell the lady the truth. If you tell the lady all the truth, most likely that lady will decline, your request to maybe have a thing. But if you tell the lady a lot of lies, the first plan will be to conquer this lady. After conquering the lady, that is when our reality. And by conquering, I mean even like, wedding and the like, tying the knot. Then after that, that's when our reality starts checking in. So Ruto was trying to tell the interviewer back then that what he did during campaigns was first of all to win the lady. And that is win Kenyans, to get Kenyans to vote for him. And now that he is in power, he is forced to do things according to the way they are supposed to be done. That means the policies or the manifesto that was read to the public, lazima ilikuwa iweke chini ya kabati, chini ya carpet, iwe kando kabisa, chini ya mattress, chini ya popote, so that they can do another fresh manifesto which is in line with the expectation of the existing Kenyan plans, but not his own plans. Ruto had to embrace in the existing culture of governance and how things are done, But what he had communicated to the people was quite different, and people bought the idea that he was going to be a reformist. But what is being expressed on the ground is the main reason why INFOTRAK has given us 1% poll on William Ruto. People who don't trust, people who trust him are only 1%. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there, but just go below in the comment section and you can offer a reaction on this poll that has been released by INFOTRAK. Most likely, I know people like Dennis Itumbi will react negatively. Dennis Itumbi hatakubali hii poll kama hii na ata react negatively, so that is expected. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there, but perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.